Fortnite loves doing collaborations. Their first collaboration season with Marvel back in 2020 was a hit, and while the last Marvel season didn't quite reach that high, it was still fairly popular. As well as rap artists being heavily involved with Fortnite Remix, and it having some of the game's highest player counts of the year. These have shown that Fortnite seasons themed around a collab can work. And while I do love these previous seasons, I can't help but imagine if Fortnite did collaboration seasons with other things. Like, what if they did a DC season? What if they did an anime season? Or what if they did a gaming legend season? But in this video, I'm gonna be asking the question, what if Fortnite did a cartoon season? Now for these videos, just for the fun of it, pretty much anything is on the table, even if the collab would be pretty unlikely to happen, but we just got a Skibidi Toilet collab, so anything can happen. And I know this would be a licensing nightmare, but as long as the character fits the hitbox, it's good enough for me. Starting with the Battle Pass. For Tier 1, I've picked one of my most wanted collabs ever and one of Cartoon Network's biggest characters, Finn the Human from Adventure Time. His backbling would be his adventure pack, and I felt like I needed to incorporate Jake into his set in some way, so I decided on him being Finn's glider. His emote is his baby dance.
I'm a tough tootin' baby, I can punch in your buns. Punch in your buns, I can punch all your buns.
And for his pickaxe, it would obviously be one of his swords, but I had trouble deciding on which one, so I thought, why not just do all of them in one as edit styles? The base being his first sword, Scarlet, the root sword, the Demon Blood sword, the Finn sword, the Knight sword, and the Brass sword. And for Finn's edit style, I've picked Fern. Adventure Time is one of Cartoon Network's most profitable franchises, and it would make them so much money if they put it in this game. For the second skin of the pass, I've chosen Kim Possible. For her backbling, I went with her Communicator, and her glider is a parachute. Her emote would be the Communicator beeping, and you'd answer with,
So what's the sitch?
Her pickaxe would be her pom-poms, and this would go with her cheerleader outfit edit style. And I think this collab would be one of the easier ones to achieve since Disney owns part of Fortnite. The next character I've picked is...
He's a phantom.
Danny Phantom from Danny Phantom. Now bear with me as this is one of the characters I had to do research for this video. His backbling is the Fenton Thermos, and his glider is the Spectre Speeder. The pickaxe is Ecto Energy, and it'd have this swinging animation. His edit style would be Danny in his regular clothes, but his built-in emote would allow you to switch between these styles in-game. Going back to Cartoon Network, for the fourth skin of the Battle Pass, I've picked Mordecai from Regular Show. This is one of the cartoon collabs I've seen requested the most, and I think it's because it just kind of fits, you know? His backbling would obviously be Rigby, and I think it could be fun if he was reactive to eliminations. Like, you could eliminate somebody and he just starts ham-boning. The glider is the cart, which you'd stand on, and the pickaxe is the maximum glove. His edit style is his baby mech pilot outfit, and his emote is... And you can't have Mordecai without...
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars?
Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony. I had to do research on this one, guys, I swear. I've picked one of her Equestria girl looks for the skin, and for her backbling I've picked Spike. Her glider is her alicorn wings, and her pickaxe is the staff of... Well, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Her edit style could look like this, and her emote could be this dance from one of the movies.
Get down, if you're gonna come around, we can work together.
My Little Pony is one of Hasbro's biggest moneymakers, along with Transformers and G.I. Joe, both of which we have in Fortnite already, so there's no doubt this would make them a lot of money. For the second last skin of the Battle Pass, I've chosen an iconic character from one of Disney Channel's biggest shows, Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb. First off, his edit style would be Second Dimension Doofenshmirtz, and his pickaxe is the Axinator. His backbling is... wait.
A platypus?
There we go.
Bury the platypus!
His glider is the Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated blimp, and his emote is the Platypus Controlling Me song. For the Tier 100, I've picked probably the most iconic cartoon character in this Battle Pass, Nickelodeon's golden boy, SpongeBob SquarePants. Now there's a lot of ways SpongeBob could be made into a Fortnite skin, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to be using his look from Sponge Out of Water. Gary the Snail is his backbling, and his pickaxe is a spatula. His glider is the Paddy Wagon from the first movie, and his emote is the Jellyfish Jam. He could also have a doodlebob edit style. The fact that SpongeBob has been on so many surveys and Fortnite having a pretty good partnership with Nickelodeon makes me think this collab is one that could happen not too far in the future. And for the secret skin slash bonus skin, I've decided to go with Homer Simpson from The Simpsons. His backbling is a donut and his glider is the couch that you'd surf on. His emote is his iconic woohoo! And his pickaxes are 2 uranium rods. This leads into his edit style, Radioactive Homer. I really don't think Fortnite would need to change Homer's proportions like they did with Peter Griffin, and we already have Futurama in the game, so this one has to come to the game soon enough. The first POI that came to my mind was the Treehouse from Adventure Time. A verticality focused POI with all the different floors and rooms could bring such a unique feel to this map. Players would also be able to find a Fin boss to fight here. Next I've picked Bikini Bottom as a POI. Now obviously it wouldn't have the entire city as a Fortnite location, but I think some of the key buildings from the series would work. SpongeBob's house, Squidward's house, and Patrick's house, the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket, and even Goofy Goobers. A SpongeBob boss would be found in this location too. The Springfield POI gets a similar approach, as a shrunken down version of the town with several buildings from the series. These would include the Simpsons house, Moe's Tavern, Krusty Burger, and the Quickie Mart. The next POI is
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated!
And it would be the location of the Doofenshmirtz boss. The final location is the park from regular show, which would be a floating POI like the Loot Lake Island. It would have a couple buildings, but the main one is the park house, which would be where you'd find the Mordecai boss. The first new item is the Grass Sword, which is a mythic item that would drop after defeating the Fin boss at the treehouse. This item would work like the swords added in Season 1 of Chapter 6. It'd have the faster sprint, high jump, and all the attacks, but it would also have the ability to block. The next item is SpongeBob's Ketchup Gun, which would be like a more balanced version of the explosive goo gun, only being able to shoot in short spurts instead of all at once, but still capable of dealing significant damage. This mythic item would drop after defeating the SpongeBob boss in Bikini Bottom. The final mythic item is the Fists of Justice, which you'd receive after defeating Mordecai at the park. These would work like the Nitro Fists, but more so focused on damage and combos than mobility. There's several non-mythic items I came up with too. Alicorn wings from My Little Pony that'd work like the wings of Icarus, a grappling hook from Kim Possible, Ecto Energy from Danny Phantom that would let you phase through structures like the Chrome Splashes did, as well as the ability to shoot Ecto Energy blasts. We could also get some Doofenshmirtz inventions as weapons too. I've got a bunch of shop skins that I'm going to be splitting into 3 categories. First, characters with their series in the Battle Pass. Jake, Marceline, and Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. Benson and the Baby Duck Mech from Regular Show. Ron Stoppable and Shigo from Kim Possible. Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Rarity, and Fluttershy from My Little Pony. Marge, Ned, Krusty the Clown, and Moe from The Simpsons. And Squidward, Patrick, and Sandy from SpongeBob. Next is characters with their series already in Fortnite. Sokka, Suki, and Azula from Avatar, and Casey Jones from TMNT. Now, on to the newcomers. Samurai Jack, Randy Cunningham, 9th grade ninja, Stan Smith from American Dad, Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Lola Bunny, Popeye, Space Ghost, Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers, Inspector Gadget, Johnny Bravo, Generator Rex, and Agent 6. If there's any characters I didn't list that you guys want in Fortnite, comment them down below. I'm really curious on who you guys would want in the game. You saw the thumbnail, he was front and center, here he is.
It's hero time.
Ben 10 and his friends arrive on the island in the Hero Time event. The Hero Time pass includes an Omnitrix spray, a Mr. Smoothie back bling, a loading screen, an Omnitrix contrail, a mana emote, a Sumo Slammers card back bling, and Diamond Head's sword, all part of the free track. The paid track includes a Heat Blast emoticon, an upgrade wrap, a traversal emote on Ben's hoverboard, a Grey Matter back bling, Stinkfly's wings glider, the Alien X sword, and Ultimate Alien Ben. Upon buying the pass, you would immediately receive the Ben 10 skin, and both this skin and the Ultimate Alien Ben skin have built-in emotes that allow you to transform into one of 4 aliens. Heat Blast, Diamond Head, Big Chill, or Feedback. Or you could also just pick these as edit styles. Complete all of your challenges and you'd receive the Rust Bucket Glider. We'd also get skins for Gwen, Kevin, and Rook in the item shop. I've also thought of gameplay editions. After the first circle has spawned, an Omnitrix pod will crash down from the sky, and the first player to claim it will receive the Omnitrix Mythic. This item would allow you to transform into 3 different aliens. Accelerate for fast movement and a kick that can deal full damage, Astrodactyl for flight and energy blast attacks, and Humongosaur for big damage melee attacks and structure damage. Ben was originally just gonna be in the Battle Pass, but this is my most wanted Fortnite collab since Spider-Man, and I really just wanted a chance to glaze my favorite series, to be honest. I know what you're probably thinking, Fortnitemares, but we're nowhere near Halloween. Well, since this chapter has only just begun and we know fairly little about the storyline right now, this hypothetical season is a season 4 taking place at the end of chapter 6, so it'd have to have a Fortnitemares event. And the theming I'm choosing for this is Weirdmageddon, an event from Gravity Falls. Bill Cipher has arrived and the island has erupted into chaos. I've also picked a couple more item shop skins to fit this event, quite a few being villains. Grunkle Stan and Stanford Pines, as well as a Bill Cipher backbling, Shaggy, Velma, Daphne, and Fred from Scooby-Doo, Vilgax from Ben 10, the Lich from Adventure Time, the Hammer from Regular Show, Plankton from SpongeBob, and Vlad Plasmius from Danny Phantom. As for the other modes throughout the season, for Festival we could get some songs from the shows like
Now he's got superpowers, he's no ordinary kid, he's Ben 10.
There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it.
Lego could get a whole update themed around Lego Ninjago. And how are you doing over there, Rocket Racing? Oh, well, we can still get new vehicles for Battle Royale. We could get the Mystery Machine, Homer's car, a boat car from SpongeBob, and Kevin's car from Ben 10. The live event is a Bill Cipher boss fight. He absorbs energy from the 0 point and grows huge. Hope knew this would happen from her visions, so her and Jones have been preparing for this. Jones has a device that'll take the players across different realities to fight Bill. At first we fight him on the island with guns, but it doesn't do anything. Jones then rifts everyone to a different reality and Hope stays behind. The next chunk of the event is fighting Bill Cipher across different dimensions. Some of these realities are those of the cartoon characters in the Battle Pass. You see Bill fight Waybig, then the Baby Duck mech, then you get ghost powers in the Danny Phantom Ghost Zone. After this, you're finally teleported back to the island. Bill laughs as he's taken basically no effect from the attacks. Jones laughs back and reveals to Bill that they were just distracting him. Bill turns around to see that Hope and Doofenshmirtz have been working on what he likes to call the 0 pointinator, which ends up sucking the 0 point energy out of Bill and into a sword they got from Finn. The player would receive the 0 sword as a pickaxe for playing the event. Hope throws the 0 sword to the player and you attack the now depowered Bill with the sword. He disappears into light. But the slash sucks the player, Jones, and Hope into a rift to a new reality, and downtime for Chapter 7 begins. That was my idea for what if Fortnite did a cartoon season. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like and a comment. If this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll do another what if season video, and if I did, what would you want the theme to be? Subscribe and check out my other videos for more content. Thank you all so much for watching. See ya.
Catch me on the blacktop lanes, I split. Hit him with a step back, met up with a step back. UFC highlights with the range I kick. What's that, yo?